Welcome to lecture number 18. In this lecture, we'll discuss some program related to the data transfer to external data memory. The problem statement is like we have some data which is available in the internal memory location, internal RAM, general purpose RAM, suppose 30H, and write a program to send this data to external RAM memory location which is 3500H address. So let me show what is happening here. This is a programming model as we already discussed in previous lecture. So assume this is your a general purpose RAM here, and in this RAM this is some location 8-bit data is available here, and we want this data to be transferred. Let us assume that one location in external RAM is 3500H is the address. This is external RAM. Now how to interface external RAM, all these things we discussed. This is interfaced with this microcontroller chip with the help of address and data buses as we discussed in previous lectures. Now what we want to transfer, suppose some data, 8-bit data is available here, and we want to transfer that data to this location. So for that we want to write the program. Now how to do that? Now as we studied in instructions, there are some special instructions like MOVX, which is used to transfer the contents of accumulator to this address. Of course, for that we use DPTR as a pointer, okay, and we can send the contents of accumulator to the external memory whose address is pointed by DPTR. Now where is DPTR? This is the DPTR. Now we should set this DPTR to point to this location. Means DPL should be 00, DPH should be 35. So this is the total 16-bit address. So if suppose DPTR is pointing this location, then we can use this MOVX instruction to copy the contents of accumulator to the address pointed by DPTR. Suppose now we have here accumulator. Okay, and we can transfer the accumulator's content here. First of all, we want the contents of 30H to be copied to the accumulator using simple move instruction like move A, 30H, direct addressing suppose. Okay, and once this is done, then we can set DPTR to point to this address, and then we can transfer the content of accumulator to the address pointed by DPTR using this instruction. So we can do this, we can write a program for this. I have already written a program, whatever I explained here. Look at this program. So yes, we start from 0th location, but we skip some locations, maybe further scope for ISR and that. So actual program starts from 38. So when microcontroller start executing, it will first come to this location and it will find an instruction as jump main, and that main is here. So it will then move to this instruction. Now what is happening? The contents of 30H will be copied to accumulator here, and then we set DPTR to that address, whatever the external RAM we are thinking 3500H. Of course, this is an immediate addressing mode. So for now, you assume that this 3500 is a number will get copied to the DPTR immediate number, but later we know that this is an address. Now what is happening? This instruction will copy, MOVX means transfer of contents of accumulator to the external RAM whose address is pointed by DPTR. So DPTR is already pointing 3500. Then we are transferring the contents of accumulator to the address pointed by DPTR, and that will finish our job. Now we can debug this program. We can go in the debug mode and we can set the memories. See, we have I:300H here. See, from view, you can activate various watches like memory windows 1, 2, 3, whatever you want. So I have already activated watches, memory windows. So I colon 38. So this is an internal RAM here, and one more. I have already opened X colon 3500 for external RAM. So you can see this is the 3500 address, and its contents will be here. Similarly, 30H is an internal RAM address whose contents are 0 right now. Yes, we can modify it. So let us modify the contents at 34. It's a 8-bit number. 34H is stored at address 30. Okay. Now what we want ultimately, this contents of this 30H should get copied to this location, external RAM location. So we can debug this code and see how it goes one by one. So here, let us see what is there. Yes, it is 35. And now we are at ORG0. So let us move next jump, S jump main. So it will just move to main. To debug this program, right? So we are already done debugs. We are already started into debug mode. Now see, this I30H is the internal RAM. Let us set some data here at this location, suppose 45. See, this is 30. This will be 31, 32, like this. These are all hex addresses here, right? So I have just set some data here at this location. Now, ultimately, what we want, this data to be get copied to the external location 350 exactly at this place, right? After the execution of this program. Now, let us execute one by one. Now, here it is now showing program counter is 000, means the first instruction is here. Now, after the execution, it just jumps to this main area of the program. I have left some space purposely from 0 to 30 in code memory so that I can have ISR if required in future. Okay. That is not mandatory, but this is a good programming practice. Now we are at this instruction. What will happen? Contents of 30 see what is the contents of 3845 should get copied to accumulator. Now look at this. This 45 is available in the accumulator. Okay. So now we are at the next instruction. What should happen? Some immediate number 3500 should come to DPTR. Let us see what happens. Yes, DPTR is showing 3500 now. Okay, so it is ready with, it is a pointer now pointing to this memory, right? Okay, now what happens next? Now contents of accumulator should get copied to the address pointed by DPTR. Let us see what happens. Yes, this 45 is now available here. Okay, so we'll just move. Now this program will stop here because we have written sjump here, so it will just stay here and here, nothing else. So in this way we can debug, we can set the memory areas and look how the program executes using assembly language. Now we'll try to write the same program in you can say C and check how it executes. Thanks for watching.